Hi. Today I'm going to read you a story called Strictly No Elephants. This reminds me of sometimes there's signs on people's bedrooms that say no girls or no boys. Well, this one says no elephants. So let's find out why. It's written by Lisa Manchev and illustrated by Taeyun Yu. Some neat names. So while I'm reading this story, I want you to think about when we say no girls allowed or no boys allowed or no elephants allowed. If we were the person that it was saying no, you allowed, how does that make us feel on the inside? And is that how we want to make other people feel? And I'm hoping that the answer to that is no. That's not how we want to make people feel. We don't want to make people feel like they're excluded, right? Excluded is when you're not allowed to participate because you are you. And that's a pretty awful feeling. So when we're reading this story, I'm hoping that it's going to inspire you to want to include other people in things that you're doing. And right now, a lot of us are at home, and the people that we have to play with are our brothers or our sisters or a parent or a cousin. So the more that we include those people, the better that we are going to feel on the inside, and the better that those people are going to feel on the inside. If we are saying, no, you can't come, no, you can't play, no, you can't come in here, I think we are going to feel sadder inside our hearts, and so are the people that we're saying no to. It's really tricky if the person that you're saying no to is a little sister or a little brother. I understand, because that person can drive us crazy after a while. But the more that we say, yes, okay, come and play, the better they feel and the better we feel. Okay, so here we go. Strictly no elephants. Hopefully by the end of the story, the elephant's being included in some way. So I'm hoping that I can see the story is going to start with the elephant being excluded, and I hope by the end of the story we can find that the elephant is being included in some way, so he's not just left out. Okay, let's read and find out. Oh, and I guess it's not one of those stories where the picture goes from front to back, but there is a neat picture on the back of the book too. And it looks like it might be a pet picture. People and their pets. Or maybe stuffies. Because I don't know, is that a real pet, do you think, or is that a stuffy pet? I'm not sure. Maybe his mom says yes to elephants in the house. Who knows? The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. It's kind of a joke when they say you never quite fit in, because an elephant doesn't really fit physically because it's so big, right? So, but fitting in is also about feeling like you can fit. So they're sort of making a bit of a joke here, because an elephant would have a hard time physically fitting in your house because it's so big. But an elephant also is feeling like he doesn't fit in with his heart and his feelings. So fitting in means two different things in this story. No one else has an elephant. And that's the magic page, isn't it? The back magic page. Can you see the other animals that people do have? Which window would you like to live in? And what pet would you have if you lived there? What do you think it'd be like to live in an apartment building like this, where there's different people living in the different windows? Do you think that would be interesting to you? Do you think that would be fun to have neighbors that close, and if you live in an apartment building? Or would you not like it? It's interesting to think about, isn't it? Every day I take my elephant for a walk. He is a very thoughtful sort of walker. He likes to think about my feelings. Here they are going for a walk. And what is the elephant doing on that page to think about that person's feelings? Yeah. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. They lift each other over the cracks. Well, the elephant's feeling nervous in that picture because he sees the cracks in the sidewalks and maybe he doesn't know what they are. And he feels nervous to step over them. So then his friend says, "That's okay, I can lift you up." Lifts the elephant up over the cracks. And by lifting him up physically, that makes the elephant feel better. So his feelings were lifted up over the cracks too. That's pretty special. Today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day and everyone will be there. We're getting ready to go out to number 17. And everyone will be there with all of their pets. Everyone is going. Sounds like fun. Come along. There's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine. But when I look up, there's a sign on the door. There they are going. Come on. But when they look up, there's a sign on the door. Uh-oh. He looks a little bit worried. I think that's because he can read the sign. And you can see what it says. And oh dear. And it says, strictly no elephants. And look at everyone's face that's there. Oh, they don't look happy, do they? They're saying no, not you. Oh, now, how do they feel when they're walking away? That wasn't very nice. I don't think these people that are being included, that person now is feeling so sad. And see, their heads are down. His head is down, his ears are kind of back a bit. And they have a sad look on their face because they weren't included in something what everybody else is being able to do. Or my tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. There's no words on this page, so I think we're just supposed to look and feel. And that's when they see a little girl sitting on the bench. And what is she holding? I thought it was a cat at first, but it's not a cat. Can you see what it is? I think some of you are guessing it. What kind of an animal is black and has a white stripe down its tail and down its back? One white stripe. A skunk. And he says, "Did you try going to the pet club meeting too?" The girl asks. Oh, she's asking the question. Did you guys try to go to the meeting too? Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl says, but they don't want us to play with them either. They don't know any better, I tell her. They just don't know how fun it is to play with elephants and skunks. They don't know. He doesn't stink, the girl adds. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? There's the elephant sniffing the skunk to see, and he says, no, the skunk doesn't smell bad. What if we have a club just with us? Could we start a club? They both seem happy about that idea because they're going to include each other. They're like, oh, that sounds fun. Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me, because that's what friends do. They never leave anyone behind. They're like, come on, let's go. And there's someone else watching them up in the window. And what's her pet? Yeah, a penguin. These are some interesting pets. Oh my gosh. I just noticed another pet down the road sticking out of that bottom window. Oh my goodness. Look at all the interesting pets. Do you think these are all the pets that were left behind that weren't allowed to go play at the other club? These were all the pets who were left out. All of these different people and different animals were feeling left out of the other club. But when these two said, no, everyone can come. You can come, bring your pet. We don't mind what your pet looks like or who your pet is. You're included too. We can play here, one of our new friends say. All of us. Look at that. Everyone's going to be happy because they're including each other. So we paint our own sign. And at first they said, strictly no strangers, no spoilers. And then they crossed it out and they said, all are welcome. Everyone can come. Everyone's welcome. That sounds nice. My tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. No one's being left out now because that's what friends do. I want you to go and think about that and make sure that today you are including your brother or your sister or your cousins or your mom. Have fun.